Hi, Venetia's cutesy squad. So, I want to talk about this topic, right? About these mothers hurting their kids, meaning killing them, because they don't want them for any situation, Why? If you don't want your kids, that gives you the right to kill them. Why wouldn't you just give them up for adoption? Or just give it to a person who want kids, Why would you just stoop to the level in killing the kids, The kids didn't do nothing to you, The kids want to live, right? Apparently you trying to kill them off, Or you try to give them... I saw this other story, right? About this mother, right? I guess she didn't want her kid, right? And she kept, I think she kept feeding him or giving him salt. So she filled a shot would have salt, some kind of containment would have salt in it, and she keep giving her kid a shot would have a lot of doses of salt. Salt can kill you if you give them too much, right? Or if you eat too much of salt, right? So she kept giving the kid shots would have containment of salt, right? Every time she keep giving him shots, right? And then somehow she ended up in the hospital because of a situation, and I guess the doctors came in. It is a true story, right? So the doctors came in and said the little kid is clear to go home. The mom didn't want to hear that, so she bring the kid inside the bathroom and gave him another shot. I think it was a more higher doses of salt. And then she put the kid back inside the bed, right? And then the kid was, I don't know if he was having a seizure or something like that. I think his organs was shutting down. And then I think the doctors came in, and I guess they pronounced him dead or so. I bet you the mom was feeling happy because she gave him more doses of salt in his body, right? I don't remember if she was crying because her kid just died, after the doctor said he was cleared to go home. That is so crazy. I feel say she shouldn't get more sentence in jail, because the tape even shows that she brought the kid inside the bathroom, then she bring the kid back inside the bedroom, and then how he got a seizure at that little moment, right? And then the doctors came in, found out the kid was having a seizure or something like that. His little organs just shutting down. What kind of mom do that, give her child so many doses of salt to kill him? If you don't want your kid, give it up for adoption. You don't have to stoop to the level of killing the kid, Or give it to a person who wants kids, There's a lot of people who can't have kids, and they'll be gladly and happy to take your kid from you, I don't know why they didn't just call, I think it was Child Protective Service on this lady before she went into the hospital, They should have called that person, to take away that kid before this even happened, that the kid was pronounced dead. That is so crazy that some people can just kill their kid, And before they kill the kid, they should have just had the Child Protective Service came in and do investigation of these people, right? The mothers, or it could be a father. You never know. I don't know. So they should have did that before this even occurred for this kid to be dead, right? But I don't understand, if you didn't want kids, why you didn't just give it for adoption when you just had birth by him, or just gave birth. If you're a mother, or you just become a mother and you didn't want kids, just give up the kid for adoption. After you go in labor, just sign the paperwork and say you don't want your kid, and they'll be happily to take the kid away from you, or happy to take away the kid from you, You don't have to go to these long measures to kill your kid. You're gonna get caught. If you didn't know, you're gonna get caught. There's a lot of things happen, but eventually you're gonna get caught, I don't know if they just do it and then they think they're not gonna get caught, or I saw this other part, I saw this other this other story about this lady, right? She had I think the kid was 2 years old or something like that, and the kid was missing, right? She told her parents that she's gonna go to, I think it was Orlando or something like that. Can't remember all the details when I'm telling you these kind of stories. It's kind of like a little bit, you know. So she told her parents she was gonna bring her kid and her to Orlando, right? And the parents was like calling her and stuff like that, seeing if she actually made it to Orlando and she had a job, right? Apparently she didn't make it to Orlando. She made it to some other location, and I guess she stayed and she had like a party and stuff like that. This is when the kid is missing. She's having a great time. She didn't even call the police that her kid was missing. She didn't tell no one that her kid was missing for a month. How do you go for a month and not call the police that your 2-year-old is missing? I couldn't do that. If my child was missing, you're gonna be here by the second I realized he was gone, right? Apparently she didn't want the kid, so she killed the kid and just stuffed it into the bag into the in her car, and then she threw it in a bush, or like in an area where like a lot of plants and stuff right there, right? I think the wild, right? She just throw her little baby dead body into the wild, you know. And then she goes back about her business, you know, and have parties and have the greatest time that she never even had a kid. That she killed her kid, and when she killed the kid, she forgot that she had a kid, because at that soon minute she started to go to have like a lot of fun, right? And doing parties and like doing the main things, you know, like a person who had no kids, you know. That is so messed up that she even thinks that that's pretty cool, that she can kill a kid, I mean her 2-year-old daughter, and get away with it without calling the police that her child was missing. And not even, she said her child was missing, meaning kidnapped. Like someone took her kid, and the kid was missing for a month. In that month, why you didn't call the police? In that month, you should have go try to look for your kid. In that month, why you didn't tell other people that your kid was missing? In that month, why are you having so many parties, you know? And thinking that it's okay that your kid is missing, and you don't care that your kid is missing, which the kid is not even missing. The kid is dead in a bush somewhere, you know. I don't know how is that even possible, you know, how people can act like nothing is wrong with that, you know. I think that's something wrong with that. I think it's something wrong with that lady's mind, that she can go kill her child, her 2-year-old child, you know. If you didn't want the child, give it up for adoption. Why would you just kill it, you know? So many people want like kids in the world, and they don't want to go to the little the obstacle. They don't want to go to that mile to go sign the papers and adopt a child. You could just get that 2-year-old daughter, your 2-year-old daughter, to some random person who a random parent who wants kids. But you don't do that. You just kill your kid, just stuff it into your, I think they say that her mouth was like taped, you know, because they say like if her mouth was not taped, that her jaw was like still beyond her face, you know. So they said she was taped, and then I think chloroformed on her face, you know, or maybe she put the tape over her mouth and chloroformed the little 2-year-old and knocked her out, and then she killed her. I don't know. That's a little bit glimpse of it, because I think that what happened, you know, because I can't remember the whole thing, what really actually happened. Just remember the little detail parts to it, you know, about those realistic of stories that these parents or mothers are doing to their kids, you know. And it's not even necessary. They could have just gave it up for adoption, you know. So if you have like a story like this, comment down below, or like in the sky, take notification. And I'll see you later. Bye.